So this is what I did wrong on an NEC project and what I would do instead. So I was working for a small contractor that had a few QSs, but it didn't have a commercial director or a commercial department. I was on site on my own. There was no one to ask for help. The company had been going for a while, but it didn't have much NEC experience. So they brought in an NEC trainer for a one-day training session. This was a traditional training session. The trainer went through the contract and he wanted us to ask questions as we went through the training. So I had this issue on site that I wanted to talk about, and I had to wait for the right time during the training to bring up the question. Now it was good to get my question answered, but this also showed the problem with this traditional training model. So the site issue was that design and access to site was late, and these issues went on for a year. So in that time, what did I have to do? I had to notify an early warning, discuss this early warning at risk reduction meetings, notify a compensation event, and price the compensation event. Then I had to try to agree the cost of the compensation event, and in the end we had to escalate to resolve the dispute. Now, this is the issue with this standard in-person training. I could have been at any one of those 6 stages, and I only asked a question about the stage I was at the time of the training. I was at the stage where we issued an early warning and we knew we had to notify a compensation event. I had a draft written out, but there are a couple of points I wasn't sure about. I asked a question and I got the answer. But with the traditional in-person training, that's the end of it really. You get one chance to ask a question. But my issue went on for 12 months, from early warning stage to dispute resolution. Because what happened was, a few weeks later, it was agreed as a compensation event. So we had to put together a quotation. But the issue was ongoing. We didn't know what the impact was. It was very difficult to know how to price this because, as far as I could see, we only had one go at pricing the event. So I had questions in my head about risk and assumptions, but I had no way of getting in touch with this trainer to ask the next questions that I had. So that's why, because I've been in this situation, when I started getting involved in training, I wanted to do something different. I wanted to be able to give the training, but also I realised that it's better to be around for these 6 stages of an event and not just to be there just for one particular stage that people could do with help. So really that's why I offer something different. The opportunity to have questions answered every week as they come up rather than just one-off. So let's say you are pricing a compensation event. I have training that is available at any time, and you've got an opportunity to ask me questions every day. So we can talk about issues as they arise on site, because that's what it's like on site on your own. All this stuff comes up and you might not be prepared. You might not know how to notify an early warning. You might not know how to escalate issues. So it's important to have an advisor who has been through it and can help whatever stage you are at.